Okay, here's the beginning of my sand filter here. Alright, like I told you, I got a 5-gallon pail. Okay, I got it from Home Depot. Brand new pail. Inside the pail, through the wall, I've put a piece of 1-inch ID PVC pipe. I got an end cap at the end right there. Now, the way I'm doing it is, see how there's no holes on top, but on the bottom there's holes. So if you look inside here, if you can see through the light right there, see how I got, let's see how the holes are drilled at the bottom? The reason the holes are drilled at the bottom is because on the bottom here, up to the top of the pipe, right over the top of the pipe, about 1/2 inch, I'm going to fill that with pea stone. You know, small pebbles for filtration purposes. So that way, because the pea stones won't get inside the holes. And on top of the pea stone, I'm going to put the sand filter. So it'd probably be anywhere from 50 to 75 pounds of sand filter. Now the reason the sand filter goes on top is because sand filter for pool filters is very dense, and when it packs it becomes very hard, and that's why it filters so well, and it doesn't leave room for it to filter through the pea stone and into the bottom holes here. What I might do is just take some window screening and just wrap it around with a little bit of super glue, just to ensure none of the stones get accidentally put in there. But other than that, doing okay. So what I did was I came through the wall, and I bought one of these fittings here, and that goes on the end. I'll screw that in there. And the reason I bought this is so that way, for any reason I had to detach this, I have a floating piece in here that comes out. I could backwash the pump if I need to, for whatever reason. If something gets clogged up, I could disassemble and figure out what the problem is and be able to get full access into the line if I have to, along with the sand and pea stone and everything in there, without it getting back out. So that's just the first part. I'm going to keep going on this throughout the week, and by next weekend I'll have, you know, a couple bags of pea stone, or a bag of pea stone and a couple bags of sand. But when it's all said and done, I should be able to put the top on here, secure it, and get pressure on the filter. Now what I did here was I bought a bulkhead fitting. Bulkhead fitting comes in 2 sections with a and it has a rubber gasket, so that way it's airtight and watertight. And I put that on there, and I bought a 3/4 inch brass fitting and PVC on top. Now this is 1-inch ID diameter, which will be the same diameter as this pipe right here, so that way when I do this, I can hard pipe the top of this to the pump, and then if I want to, I could just attach a hose here going to the pool, or I can hard pipe it as well. I'll decide that when the time comes. But the final step before putting pea stone and sand will be plumber's putty. Now plumber's putty is, the reason I'll use that is because when the water and the pressure is coming down on it, it causes the putty to compress even harder. Even though it never gets hard or cracks, it stays fairly soft, so that way it almost guarantees no leaks. Alright, I'll keep you guys posted and let you know what the deal is. Have a good night, guys.